Yeah,
So sorry, I gotta be there.
yeah, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate 4 years cycle. Um, well, and I guess this is a good segue to start our session. Um, because this little journey that I'd like to invite you on came to me when I was trying to integrate this 4 year cycle because I've been living at Amara Valley, this beautiful retreat center, this community for 4 years. And 2 months ago, I decided to move on, to start a new chapter, and to leave the community. And these 4 years have brought me so much. I have learned so much, I have experienced so much, and I really wanted to take some time to properly integrate and appreciate the gifts that this place has given me. And as I was taking myself through this little ceremony, I I really realized how powerful my body is in giving me messages and how powerful my body is at holding memory. So we have so much information contained in the body. And what I'd like to do today is to unlock some of this information that is inside the body so that we can see it and we can appreciate it. And hopefully, by the end of the session, we have collected enough information that it can fuel an intention or a vision for next year. And so this is the little journey we're going to go on. We're going to listen to the body. I'm going to present first a little warm-up exercise which you could use at your Christmas party. If you want to do something cool and different with your family, you can be like, hey, let's try this little awareness exercise. And it takes just a couple minutes and it's pretty fun. And it's an easy way to get in touch with the body and get out of the mind. So, if you have a pen and paper, I invite you to write down in a row like this, feet first. We're going to write all the articulations. So, you can write feet, knees, hips, spine, leave a little space in between, shoulders, elbows, hands, and head. So you write on your piece of paper a list with a little bit of space to write next to it or under it. And we have feet, knees, hips, spine, shoulders, elbows, hands, and head. Okay, so let's start our exercise. So this is really to start to listen with the body rather than the mind. So what we're going to do, the idea is that it's super quick and there's no second thought. Whatever words are going to come to you, you're going to write it down. We're going to listen to each of these body parts and ask, what do I need? So let's begin with the feet. Bring all your attention on your feet. Sorry, before we do, just to give you a little example so that you know how it is. For example, when I did it, I focused on my feet and they said, walk barefoot. Then on my knees, they said, keep going. My elbows, for example, they said, say no. And then my head said, meditate. So quick, 1, 2, 3 words maximum. Okay, ready to start? So let's come into the body and drop the awareness all the way down to the feet. What do I need? And then write it down. Whatever word or two, just write it down. Whatever came. Let's move on to the knees. Bring the awareness up from the feet to the knees. Listen. What do I need? And then write it down. We move to the hips. The hips, the whole area of the pelvis listening. Sometimes they whisper, sometimes they scream. So whatever the message is, write it down. What do your hips need or tell you that you need? Okay, the spine, the whole spine, from the base of the head to the hips, listening to the spine, and write it down. Okay, shoulders, checking on the shoulders. What do I need? Oh, that was a clear message for me. Okay, elbows. Bring the awareness to your elbows. What are the elbows telling you that you need? And write it down. So interesting to see all of the different messages the body holds. Move on to the hands. Focus on your hands. Fingers. What do I need? And write it down. Creativity. And finally, the head. Bring awareness onto your head, your face, your ears, your jaw. What do you need? And write it down. Okay. So we should have our list of messages. So to finish this little exercise, we're going to read through all of the messages and listen to the response of the whole body. So for example, I'm gonna go walk barefoot and see what my whole body responds. For my hips, this is stay grounded. And I'm going to check in, and at the end, I will circle the one that has the most powerful whole body. Yes, this is what I need. Okay? So just go through this on your own. Just take like 3 to 5 seconds for each and feel the response of the body. There might be tingling, there might be tension, there might be an open heart, whatever feels like a whole body. Yes, we will circle that. All right? So go ahead. Okay, great. So, thanks for joining in. Thanks for being here. There's not so many of us. What I would like to offer is a little round of saying hello and saying which body part talked to us the most and what did they say. So it's a quick little sharing circle to check in. I would love to see your face if you feel like putting your camera on. And then whenever you want, whoever wants, just can start, unmute, say hello, your name, your body part, and your message. David, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, I can start. Well, yeah, my name is David. Hello, everyone. The body parts that gave me like the message that was like, there were two body parts actually that had the same message for me, my knees and my elbows, and the message was that I need strength.
You need strength.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. What do you think that means?
Well, I'm going through a lot. Been going through a lot this last 4 years, and yeah, I need to be strong and to just see myself through this situation. I think that's what it means.
Okay. All right. Any practical way you think your elbows and knees are telling you to get strength?
I mean, emotionally, but not so much physical strength. But no, I don't know which way exactly. But
okay, all right. Well, let's see the rest of the journey if there's more clarity on there. Thank you for sharing, David.
Welcome.
Anna, would you like to go next?
Hi everyone, I'm Anna, and yeah, my message was came from the hips, and it was about creativity, like I think I'm in a creativity path right now. I've been surrounded by creativity these past years, and I think I need more like this, and also there was something about the knees. The message was flexibility, like to let things happen and be more flexible, and I think it's connected with this creativity. So
all right, sounds watery. Hips, creative and flow.
Let it flow.
Let the creativity flow.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Senor Ginny?
Hey guys. So my shoulders were saying that I need connection and support. Very big message, because I've been feeling very disconnected, very unsocial, missing a lot while being here. So very, very clear message.
Right. Okay. Well, you are here. We are here together doing this. This is a little support session for all of us to feel connected with our body and with each other. So thanks for sharing, man. Cool. For me, it was also my hips, and they said stay grounded. So it's this feeling of like, okay, sit down, take time, just relax. I mean, my shoulders said relax. There was this thing of staying grounded. I mean, definitely a time of shifting in my life, changing place, I'm gonna travel, but somehow finding the ability to stay grounded. So that's my message. Cool. So this was our little warm up. So what I'd like to do now, it's gonna be a little journey with 3 questions. But in order to apply this question, I would like for all of us to choose either a place, a person or a group of people, or an experience that has been meaningful in our lives, either in the last months or in this year. So for example, for me, I did this with Amara Valley. I was like, okay, this place, which is also a community. So I chose Amara Valley as the object of my reflection. So see if for you, either an experience that happened to you, something in your life that happened, or a specific person that's been important in your life, or a group of people, maybe you joined a group, a team, or something, or maybe just a place. But usually a place is joined with an experience. So see if you can pick something. If you have, can you put your hand up if you know already? And then just write it down, what you think what that place or that person would be. So David's ready. Jeannie's got something. All right. So, okay. So, what we're gonna do first is to feel the gifts that this person or this experience has brought to us. So, for example, for me, Amara Valley brought me the gift of being able to live in nature. I had my little wooden hut in nature so I could really connect to the elements. It also gave me the gift of working for something bigger than me. There was a mission and I was able to serve this mission. So there was the gift of serving. And also the last gift was, I mean not the last, but another one was the gift of ceremony. Living in a place where we honor the passing of seasons, we come together and we create ceremony. These are giant gifts that if I wasn't there, I wouldn't have received. So I'd like for all of us to take about 3-4 minutes and to write down what are the gifts that I've received through this experience or through this person. And we begin now. Okay, we take a few more seconds to finish. Okay, so the next step I'd like to explore is that when we receive gifts, which is energy, it often, if not always, leads for more creativity. What I mean is that when something inspires us or impacts us, we get we get sparks of inspiration, and that leads us to create something different in our lives. Either it's just creating a new way of being, or it's actually creating different things. So, for example, for me at Amara, it was a time of a lot of creativity. I was able to create new experiences, to create a new retreat, to create, I have a movement practice, the Synergy Yoga, and I was able to co-create a teacher training, which led me to create a special workshop that I've called the Shiva Trance. I created a festival called Jaya Bloom, and I also somehow created an ability in myself to present and to hold space in a different way. And I think that's the bigger umbrella. I was able to create or to be more creative in the way that I hold experiences. So the next question that I'd like all of us to take a few minutes is, out of the gifts that I've received, what have I been able to create? Whether it's something within me, something physical, create an experience, or maybe in your work. So we take 3 minutes. Sometimes we don't realize, because it just happens, but our creativity gets sparked and manifests into different aspects. Let's take a few more seconds. Can be very little things, just something that we've done a new way. And so we're gonna have one last question regarding this experience or this person, because once we receive gifts, which is energy, leads to transformation, essentially creativity, something new happening in our lives. What happens then is that we change the way we relate. So for me, that's been at Amara, that's been one of the main things. I've learned, or I've grown a lot in my relationships. I was able to face challenging relationships and to not run away, to be with it, to be vulnerable and to learn. It really taught me that I can be with uncomfortable situations and emotions, and that I can just relax, and that I can find within me a place where I know I'm okay, and that from that place I can still express when I don't feel good, and I can express my needs. And so I've learned a lot about essentially how to have more mature relationships. And essentially relationships is the foundation for everything. Our lives is all about relationships, and that determines the quality of our lives, the quality of our relationships. So the last question is, from this experience or from this person, the gift, the creativity, how have you changed? What have you learned about yourself in relationships? What has changed? And we take 3 minutes. Okay, a few more seconds to finish. Okay, so now what we can do, and essentially this is the gift of awareness, and maybe you can actually gift this to whoever this has been with, is to make, I mean, you could do after the session, do this in a more extensive way, but I'll just give you an example because parallel, I've done this for my new partner, Luthia, with whom I've been for a few months. And so I've gone through gifts, creativity, relationship. And so what I could do now is kind of like a letter or a message for her. So for example, I could say, Luthia, thank you for bringing in my life the gift of clarity and commitment, for being a source of creativity in the way that I touch with more gentleness, and for illuminating my relationships in being more aware of the importance of how to make the other feel accepted within a group. Okay, so this is kind of my my gift. And actually I could just write this to her and offer this for Christmas, and this would be a gift of awareness, and that would be very beautiful. So maybe I think it would be cool, if you don't mind, you don't have to, but maybe we can do a little round and each of us can just like I did now, and you don't have to list, I just picked for each category one thing to make it short. And like I said, if you want later, you can do a more full-on thing. But maybe if you feel like it, you could go and just read out your gift, picking one thing from each section. Are you guys up for this? All right. So whoever wants to start, just go ahead and unmute.
I can go. So I chose my daughter, who is 11 months now, and her name is Kaya. And this was a nice exercise. I'm realizing that I'm going through a really tough and difficult moment with being a father. So it was a nice reflection to see the beautiful things that came into my life with the arrival of the baby girl, So the gift that she's brought into my life, well, for the first time ever.
Would you mind saying this as if you were reading it to her?
Let's see. So Kaya, I'm thankful for the gift of, I don't know how to phrase this, for you changing my life, because for the first time ever, I'm putting someone else's priorities first. Your arrival to this world has made me seek my purpose in life, which has led to many explorations and self-discoveries. And through you, I'm learning how to truly love unconditionally, providing without expectations of receiving anything back in return.
Amazing. Thanks for sharing that.
Pleasure.
Would anybody else like to share?
I can go. Okay, so yeah, I choose a group of people, and we are practicing a keep moving method. It's a method about movement and creativity. So that's for them. Thank you, keep moving method, to give me movement and joy to my life. Thanks to you, I've been able to create more professional projects linked to be on the stage with music, movement, acting came to my life, and I learned about myself thanks to this group and this method, to be less judgy, to have more perspective, and to have more profound and deeper relationships.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds great. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
I would share next, but I don't think I can do it because I'm getting too emotional and sometimes it's hard to even speak. But I was already thinking about doing something for this person, and I'm planning to actually give them something this Christmas. And I think I'll what you suggested now, thanking them or writing them maybe like a message on the along with a gift. Yeah, I think I would do that. Yeah. I think, okay, I will try, because I was crying and also blowing my nose, but I also went to Amara. I just did the Udugu retreat in November, though. There was a person, one of the guys that imparted a workshop, Alfonso. I've known him for 2 years now, and in general, he's helped me realize different things. One of the things I've realized lately is that I connect too often and too much with anger. And yeah, basically, he's helped me realize that I have to stop doing that because it hurts me and it doesn't allow me to have a better relationship with my family, in particular, my mother and my sister. Yeah, that basically.
Thanks for sharing, David. Yeah, these things are quite deep, no? When we take the time and we reflect, and the beauty is always mixed with the hardship and the challenges. And I think the more we go into deeper layers of ourselves, whether it's with relationships, particularly, then I think we find the gift in the challenge as well. And so for me, also at Amara, and that's what I shared, going through these harder times helped me realize many things, and that I see them now as gifts. So yeah, thank you to all of you for being vulnerable and open of doing this. I had one more question, but I think because it's already 45 minutes, I'll just leave that question for you to play with on your own, which was regarding this person or this group of people, to plant a seed for a vision, now that there's the understanding of what that person or this group have brought into our lives, how do I want to show up for this person? How do I want to give back this year? And that can be a whole journaling process. It's kind of like time, but I found that it's really important first to recognize and to take time to really understand what this person, what this group have done for me, so that I can really give back or continue the relationship in a fresh and clear way. So this is the invitation. Feel free to do that on your own. But I think otherwise I'll leave it to this for now. So thank you so much for joining from wherever you are. It's been beautiful for me. I had my little cacao just before to set up for this. I feel touched that you've taken the time to join. If any of you want to explore something like this more deeply, essentially that's what we're gonna do for our retreat at the beginning of the year, January 2 to 7 at Amara Valley. It's gonna be kind of like my little, just before I leave, to offer this retreat there, and it's really a time of reflection. So whatever today we did, the deep dive is about going deeper into that with a whole other range of tools that we use for processing and integration. But otherwise, have a wonderful day, beautiful weekend, and feel free to be in touch if there's anything that came up that you feel you still want to process, you want to talk, you have more questions. Super happy to be here to support you in your process, and hope to see you soon on another journey. Ciao, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So good
Thank
to see
you, and goodbye. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, David. Ciao, Ginny. Let's talk soon, brother.
Yeah, let's try to do that.
Yeah.
Nice to catch up.
Take
Bye.
care. Ciao, ciao.